Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I at least have like 17 subs. I don't pay attention to the subs, to be honest with you. It's more like I do it just to have people entertained. I don't really care. I'm probably not even gonna. If anything, if I put ads, I'm probably gonna at least try to get them near the end and beginning of the series and not put it anywhere in so it doesn't mess up the story. Because I remember I was watching King, was it Anime King? He fucking puts them everywhere in the fucking video. It gets so fucking annoying. It pisses me off, but here I can't do shit. I'm not gonna fucking pay for YouTube Red or YouTube Premium. God, but who cares? Anyways, um, this is gonna be what if Naruto was a guardian. By the way, I want to shout out the person in the comment section who was giving me an idea. We went back and forth. He told me about what if Naruto was Estes' son. I'm gonna probably do that for the next one, but I'm gonna just stay this here. I'm gonna do multiple like universes. I guess you can say multiple realms in my my stories. They're called realms. It's gonna be like My Hero Academia. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Like all those, possibly Boruto. I might do one of Boruto. I might do one, but I'm thinking of doing one of Infinite Stratos. If anyone has heard about that one, you're a G. Anyways, continuing on. Wow, this took almost 2 minutes to explain this. All right, let's get into the video. So we take place in the Nine Tails attack. The Nine Tails, let's just say, yeah, you know the ship is gonna be the Nine Tails. We already know this type of stuff. But the reason why the ship is gonna be the Nine Tails, because, hint, the title, what if Naruto was a guardian? He's gonna be immortal. The Nine Tails is immortal. So, theoretically, they could have the relationship forever. That's why it's happening. Because I don't want. Or do I want to do a Mitabi? Ooh. Matabi. Ooh. Okay, no. No. That okay, the female Ninetales. But anyways, continuing on. Ninetales was forced to the entire time by the masked man. Did you do the Ninetales attack? And Kushina literally thought after this, during the attack, that the Ninetales was tricking her the entire time. So she's starting to hate the Ninetales now too. But they're just gonna neglect Naruto. He only has one sister. The chakra gets put into his sister, but they don't realize how much chakra they put. They put around 25% of the chakra into I'm gonna go with Naruto. Naruto is gonna be the staple name for Naruto's sister, and Menma is gonna be the staple name of Naruto's brother. I'm not gonna change it because it's gonna get confusing in my head. So let's just go on. During this attack, he only has a sister, by the way, in this one. This is the after the attack, Minato and Kushina do not die, surprisingly. And Minato is confused on how Kushina survived, because he heard that if you get your tail's beast out of you, you're supposed to die. But he's like, I'm gonna have to check on this a little further. This is quite odd. And Kushina's just happy she's alive. And yeah, we continue like 4 years. Is the younger sibling. No, he's the older sibling, by the way. He's the older one. I'm gonna say he was a year older. Yeah, he's a year older than her. So yeah, and the year difference is somewhat there. But during the age of 4, we see him getting chased by the villagers. This is not gonna change. Be honest with you, this is never gonna change. I might change it to 1, where he's just completely not there. But that might be in 1. But we continue on with Naruto chasing. He he is literally in the alleyway, and he finds a dead end. And don't think anything's gonna save him. Don't think the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails does feel sympathy, and she's gonna try and save him, but her healing isn't even close enough to what the villagers. And there's Chunin and Genin in there with some Jonin. They stomp on Naruto. They skewer him with pitchforks. They burn him. He's unrecognizable. He's dead. Let's just go with that. But we cut to a warlock. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. Naruto is gonna be all the classes in one, which is gonna be a very misfunctional error, which is why he's gonna wear different armor than most people. Alright? I'll explain the weapons. I'll try to find the pictures of them too. So, let's go on. We take place to a warlock. A warlock that's going through the Vex time streams. As I'm pretty sure you understand, this is Osiris. If you've played Destiny and you've gone through the lore of regular Destiny, or you just played Destiny 2. Osiris is a legendary warlock. And he's considered this because he doesn't spend time thinking things through. He takes action instead of what most warlocks do in Destiny lore, by the way. So he's there because he was exiled. He's going through the Vex time streams. And due to this, Osiris is under heavy casualty, or well, not casualties, heavy fire. And one of the Minotaurs was equipped with a special weapon. It was a sword instead of a normal was it? I guess I don't know what the gun's called. Oh, and then he stabs Osiris straight through the heart, and he sees Sagira, and they have the Vex share all knowledge. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. They share all knowledge, and so due to this, Sagira, the Mentor realizes Sagira can bring him back, so he swats Sagira away, unbeknownst to him or that she was launched. Actually, no. This is not go. It was a different ghost. The different ghost gets destroyed with it. But Sagira was with him because she was trying to find his guardian. Because ghosts have an innate place to go to find their guardian. That's what I'm gonna say. Our ghost was just a little bit, little bit destroyed because all the years he was built for. I'm gonna just say that because he had another guardian. So that's why it took him a little bit of harder time to find us. But our guardian, or this Sagira was traveling with him to find his guardian. Then she gets swatted away into the Vex time stream. And she appears in Naruto's world. And she stays in, she sees this happening like, where am I? She sees the kid like, wait, what are they gonna do? And she's absolutely horrified to what she's seen. She's seeing Naruto getting beat, burned, and skewered with pitchforks and kunais. And she's horrified. When they leave, she goes up there and is like, wait, he's my guardian. So she does the usual ghost thing. And hold up. Yeah, there we go. And bam, Naruto's a guardian. He's asking how the hell he's alive. Because he's sure, my bad, he's sure he should have been dead. And he's like, I brought you back, you're a guardian. Like, what guardian? Like, that is odd. You appear to have all subclasses too. Like, subclasses, explain, like, not here, I've seen what these villagers have done. Like, I can't really leave even if I wanted to. Because Naruto is smart in this AU. Very smart. He understands he has the fox, and Konoha will try to chase after him. So he's like, we need to stay here for a couple more years until I can actually run from this place. And she realizes where she is. She's in the past, very far in the past with Osiris. And she knows Osiris keeps a vault around here. Near this time place. Well, near this time. Because Osiris has vaults throughout time. I'm gonna just say that. Because he literally is within the Vex time stream for like years, god damn it. And due to that, he has built many vaults for his weapons. And he does have like very, very ideal pieces. And so Segura knows where it is. It's actually very close. It's in the Forest of Death. And so Naruto's like, that place, that's where all the monsters are. Like, all the huge animals are. They'll kill me if I go there. Like, silly, I can bring you back from the dead. Like, oh, what? Like, just go. You'll be able to get weapons to train with. I'll show you what to do and how to protect yourself. And so, going on, he goes to the Forest of Death. He walks around and he sees a little something. Segura also has a key, or a digital code to this place. So she opens it for Naruto. He's not big enough to fit the armor yet. But, going on, Segura shows him the weapons. And Naruto feels the ones that he feels more comfortable with. I don't. I know what primary I'm gonna give him. I'm giving him the Ace of Spades and two of them. You know the ornament that he has? I'm gonna try and find a picture of the ornament. But instead of the orange or the red glow, it's gonna be an orange glow. That's like exactly the same, but just orange. And I want to give him the Dark Drinker from Destiny 1. I'm gonna give him the Dark Drinker from Destiny 1. That's what I'm giving him. The Dark Drinker from Destiny 1, he's getting that. For his special, I'm not sure what I want to give him. I do want to give him I want to give him a bow, but that seems a little outdated. But I don't want to give him something too close for because you realize, like, he needs something for long range, like assassination missions, which he's probably going to take. So, I'm giving him the Revoker. And it's going to be a suppressed Revoker. Okay? Don't want to hear it? Don't want any shit from y'all. Okay? Okay. Revoker is a suppressor. And due to this, he has the weaponry. Segura says she can hold it all there. She can hold it all because ghosts have like infinite inventory. I don't know how the hell you keep all your weapons on you. So ghosts have an infinite inventory. It's like, why don't we just take all the weaponry? Like, sure, why not? She absorbs it all. Like, alright, come on. We should probably get out of here before anyone realizes this place. Like, good choice. So they go out with Forced Death. Naruto walks into his house. He tells Segura to, if any place she can hide, and like, don't worry, I can be with you in your mind. Like, well, okay, that helps. At least I'm not lonely now. Like, what do you mean by lonely? Like, he just watch. He walks to the door. He goes in. Like, no one calls for him. He just goes. Just goes to the table. They're already eating and talking to each other. And due to this, he starts eating and then he leaves his bowl in the sink after he's finished because he finishes before them. He doesn't have anything to talk about. He goes straight to his room. And the Naruto, my bad. Naruto is spoiled. Let's just say that. Clarify this now. She's spoiled. She's arrogant. She basically thinks she has everything in the palm of her hand. And I'm going to do another time skip. Naruto has been training throughout this time. He is a full mastery of the Ace of Spades Revoker, as well as the Dark Drinker. He also has a Thunder Lord, by the way. Don't ask me. He also... Actually, what rock launcher do I want to give him? Because I want him to do heavy explosions so he can bust through walls. Oh, yeah, that one. What is that one? You know what? For iconicity sakes, just for the classics out there, to all you, the Galahorn. He has the Galahorn. Original Gallahorn. Overpowered motherfucker. He got that shit. Alright? I'm glad I made some people happy with that one. Anyways, Thunderlord. Uh, by the way, not COVID. Anyways, Thunderlord. I just Gallahorn and Dark Drinker, as well as a Revoker and two Ace of Spades that have that. There's multiple Ace of Spades made, and there's only three. Osiris managed to collect the other two. Cade has it. He likes Cade. Osiris doesn't show it, but he likes Cade. Alright? And there's a ship there. So Naruto just leaves the ship there, makes sure nobody can find this place whatsoever. And covers those tracks. He doesn't go there at all, unless he's gonna pilot that ship. He tells Sagira the first time they try it, she's gonna have to take control. Then he can try it freely in space or whatever. Cause here we're gonna give him the down low. Cause all the elemental nations are within the reigns of, I'm gonna say, of Australia, because we know nothing about Australia in the Destiny universe. And Australia is where all the great nations came in, and all the lands around them are basically other lands that have formed or been brought to by changing within over the 1,000 years of our Earth. I'm gonna point this out. Those islands have been made like that, so yeah, that's what's been made. That's how there's islands around there. Anyways, continuing on, she told him there's more to explore. There's a lot more. And he's showing, like, there's a whole damn world out there. You mean there's a lot more? Like, shit, I can get out of here without any of them ever finding me, because they're going to be searching the nations. That's perfect. Like, because he's 8 at this point, and they just entered Academy. Okay, I'm going to just say this. Hinata, Ino, and Naruto are, like, the top dogs of the Academy. And they never accept anything from boys. Sure, they're friends with some of them. Shikamaru, actually, I'm gonna say she's they're friends with Shikamaru, not Sasuke whatsoever. So, Sasuke's actually kind of with Sakura. Yeah, Sasuke's with Sakura. I'm gonna just say that. Because Uchiha got massacred, but Sakura was his friend before this. He actually had feelings toward her, so that's a thing. And Ino's like, why did the Uchiha choose you? Because she actually has a nice personality. And I can tell yours. You've been spinning rumors behind everybody's back. Which she does, they like gossiping. But I'm gonna do another 2-year time skip. Naruto's like literally perfected his thing. He also uses chakra. He uses it as a cover up for what he really has. And by the way, I'm gonna just say Memento Mori. He does that by infusing chakra into the weapon. That's how Memento Mori activates. By infusing chakra into it, which in turn gives it that power boost. Thunderlord, he doesn't really need to do anything. Neither does Dark Drinker. He actually needs to put some chakra into it to use the Dark Drinker ability, but not that much. Not even close to anywhere. Because he's an Uzumaki, for God's sake. There's nothing to him. And plus, I'm pretty sure Kushina is a part of the royal family of Uzumakis, which have a bunch more chakra. So, yeah. Buffs beyond buffs. This man just overpowered. But, yeah. Continue on. Over these 2 years, Naruto realized what has been happening and what she's doing to him. And she's talked to her mom about this. And, like, no, I'm gonna say he's just friends with, actually, no, Shikamaru's not friends with them. Shikamaru's friends with Naruto, as well as Choji. And Sasuke are friends. And Sakura, he doesn't have a crush on Sakura whatsoever. Because Naruto has the soul and chakra. He has the somewhat bad side and good side. He has like 25% the good side and half complete Yang version of him. Of Kurumi. Female Kurumi name. Kurumi. And Kurumi is like, she likes the kid. Don't get me wrong. She doesn't have that. She doesn't know she has that feeling yet, but she does like him as a person because she didn't. He didn't flat out reject her or do anything of that sort. He actually accepted her, but she was shocked, but took very nicely. She liked it. So yeah, and Naruto's been trying to talk with Naruto, but anytime she gets close, he literally has to make up. He makes up an excuse to leave, and he does. Oh, there's something. Anyways, anytime she makes up an excuse too, he's completely gone. She has no idea where he is, and she's been trying to talk to him in the house. But the moment he starts eating, he doesn't even talk to them. He just says like yes or no. He gives very short descriptions and just puts his ball down. I'm gonna say this happens like a year after. This starts happening a year after, like when they're 11 and they're about to graduate the academy. So it turns, Naruto's just there. He's chilling. He's talking to Shikamaru. Does Hinata still has that somewhat crush on Naruto? Yeah, Hinata still has that crush on Naruto. And some of the guys have approached him to become friends with him just to get to Naruto. And he already knows this because he has the Yin Yang released by Kurama. Though his Yin side is not complete, it isn't bad at all whatsoever. So, he basically does that. And, just checking Discord by the way. Anyways, do that. You can tell whether their emotions are pure or not. You can tell what exactly their motive is. So yeah, he just shoos them away and accepts the good ones. And yeah, and we continue on. We go to Kushina shopping. Kushina's shopping at a ninja store, and she's like, "Oh, it needs water jutsu because was it? I think Uzumaki said a natural water affinity. I don't know why the hell Naruto didn't, but yeah, Naruto in this one is gonna have all chakra natures because Kurama, because technically, I'm pretty sure all Tail Beasts have all chakra natures. They have all chakra natures, but they're just not that strong. But he has all chakra natures, and for some reason it increased them like to second Hokage level, that type of stuff. So yeah, so second Hokage level for water affinity. He has that type of infinity power for every single one. Like basically moderate affinity for fire, that type of stuff. That. So he's done that. He doesn't use water jutsu anywhere near land. He only uses it when there's water now. Did not expose his cover. Naruto knows pretty good amount of jutsus, and everyone's surprised because they know he doesn't get training, so they're wondering who the hell trains him. And Kushina's like, she's shopping for something, and she finds a water scroll for a new water jutsu, and it's like, oh, Naruto would love this, because she's trying to get back with Naruto to try and show him love, being part of the family again. But she's like, wait, what would Naruto like? I'm such a horrible parent. I, I know everything about Naruto, but I don't know anything about Naruto. Jesus Christ, they were right. Because Kushina has been chewed out by Kurenai. Because she saw this happening, she put everyone in Genjutsu before Naruto could do anything, and she literally took him home right before anything happened. Like, she, and she got invited down to eat, and she saw everything that was happening. Cause she chewed out Kushina, like hard chewed out her. And she told Asuma this, and he's kind of mad. Asuma told Guy, and Guy kind of got mad and told Kakashi, and Kakashi's a little disappointed in his sensei, as well as his Kushina, but he doesn't say things right now. But due to this, uh, Asuma, all the Jonin senseis are Naruto's friends, basically. But he feels sad because He knows what he's gonna do will hurt him, but he needs to do this. There's too much at stake just to leave this leave this unfinished to him. He needs to complete the things that others couldn't before they happen. Because Sagira told him they're probably back in time before most of the things happen from, I guess you can say, uh, most of the things happen in Destiny. They're far in the past before most things happen. But all the raids are still there, which is gonna be canon in my AU. Most of the raids are there. Most of them, most of the things there, as well as the planets, the state they're in. At least that. And so, in terms of that, he he alone knows what he's doing. He's told nobody this. He doesn't want to tell them this. And it is breaking him, but he knows what he has to do. And he doesn't accept the Kushina, Minato, or Naruto whatsoever. And Naruto literally told her mom this, and we skip to Minato in his office, and there's a report of telling them that we can beat the demon whenever we want, and he's like, I'm sorry, Naruto, but I'm I have to do this. I want to be in the council's good graces. And so he signs it. He doesn't tell Kushina this whatsoever. Okay, I had to stop because my was a thing we're recording only lets me record for like 30 minutes. So, yeah. Let's continue on. And he doesn't tell Kushina this. And Kushina's right outside his office waiting like, Minato, I think we needed to pay more attention to Naruto. I just realized now I was shopping. I knew what to buy for Naruto, but I didn't even know what to buy for Naruto. I don't even know. We don't know anything about him. And Minato's like, "Fuck, we're right. You're right." And like, cause their birthday is coming, or Naruto's birthday is coming up, and he wants to leave on his birthday, but yeah, he's not going to, cause he has a feeling they're gonna pay more attention to him on this birthday. And so, yeah. So, continuing on from there, Minato, Yoshina go there with Naruto. Naruto's talking this over with her parents, and it's like, why don't we invite him to my train? Like, that could work. And like, when Naruto gets home, he's beaten. There's bruises on him, and Kushina's like, what happened? Like, nothing. I just fell. And why do you care now? Like, and she can't really say that because she's never really cared. From what she said, from he said, she's never really cared what she knows. And due to this, yeah, not the very best topic you want to discuss here. But continuing on from that, there's another thing that like we want to talk about you before you finish, because they gave him a large bowl because he was weirded out because he usually only gets the small bowls, and he's always hungry but he doesn't ask for it because he doesn't get any more when he asks, so he doesn't really care. So they gave him a large bowl which he was actually filled with this time, and he was like, "Okay, what's the sudden change? You never do anything like this to me. So what do you want?" Like, Naruto, we would like to invite you to the training sessions. Like, and they were thinking he was gonna accept because they wanted to train him in the Namikaze and Uzumaki taijutsu stances, as well as their jutsus. But to their shock, Naruto says no. He doesn't need the training. He doesn't care. I asked you to train me multiple years ago, multiple times. You said no, so I don't care anymore. There's no point for me to care. So, yeah, like Like, Naruto, what would you like for your birthday? Like, huh? You finally remember I have a birthday, huh? I guess you acknowledging it is more than enough. He just closes the door, and they feel absolutely horrible because they just realized they never paid attention to Naruto's birthday whatsoever. They only paid attention to Kurumi's or Naruto's. My bad. Naruto's birthday, and yeah, they're trying to try to fix the relationship for the past next 2 months, but they can't. Naruto's not letting them whatsoever, and he's like more or less just confused and more scared because he doesn't know what they're trying to do. With this, he doesn't know what they're trying. He's more scared or less, and Hinata still stalked him, but he knows Hinata's there, so he's not using any of his weaponry right now. And yeah, Naruto on the day of Naruto's birthday. My bad, I keep on forgetting. Naruto's birthday. He places a letter. He has one stashed in Kurenai's, Asuma's, Kakashi's, Guy's, as well as Shikamaru and Choji's, Sasuke's, and Sakura's mailboxes. Specific ones for them. Okay. I believe I left off to the point where he's saying he's putting stuff in the mailboxes. He put that in like early morning and dipped. No, he actually no. He put those in the early morning when he knew Kakashi. They're all there celebrating Naruto's birthday, and like right when it starts, he dips. He dips out of the village. I'm not gonna explain. I think I haven't explained at all whatsoever about his abilities. He has every single subclass ability, like, and they drain each subclass respectively. So he uses Scatter Gate from Warlock, the Warlock, the Nova Bomb, Sunsinger, Arc Strider. The Sunsinger is also mixed with Dawnblade. That's what I'm gonna say. And Blade Dancer, instead of the staff or knife, it's just gonna be a sword. It's gonna be the bow is gonna also be knives. He can change it from knives or bow to at will. Also Gunslinger, Titan. Oh, I don't like the I'm gonna use the constant impacts, but not completely just constant impacts. All right. Like he sometimes uses all the energy at once. Sometimes he doesn't. He has the hammers, and he has the defender bubble, but it's a little different. It's like he can use it as a shield, not the round shield. It's more like a knight shield. He doesn't really throw it all that much, but he does use it, and he does use the defender bubble too. He's trained with that when Hinata's not watching him. He knows when Hinata's not watching them. So at the moment it's like 2 minutes, like an hour after it starts, he dips without anyone noticing, and this goes on for 3 hours. Naruto's already way past the border. Actually, no. He gets a ship. He puts in his cloak drive because he has a cloak drive in it, and he dips. He goes to the Russian Cosmodrome, and he had Segura has told him some things about this place, and he more or less is cautious around here. Cause just imagine the Russian Cosmodrome in the normal Destiny. That's what it is. That's what it is there. And yeah, that's basically what it looks like. It's like normal. Everything there is normal. It's just somehow during like the years of the Vex messing with the time vault or the time itself, they managed to warp the entirety of Australia, as we know, but to them it's the Five Great Nations or whatever they call it in their universe, into the present day, or not present day. There's always like something blocking transmission over there, so they don't know this. Actually, no, I'm gonna still do the past. It's kind of like near the present, but not really. They brought the enemies are there. Totally, the enemies are there, but they don't really. To them, they ignore that area where all the people are, people we know, are. So yeah, That's how it works, alright? There's a lot of plot holes, but don't care. This is for the story. So he goes to the Russian Cosmodrome. He's there. Like, they send, Minto asks, what's it? Uh, I'm gonna go with, Asuma to go check for Naruto, and they see a note on it that's like, he comes down with his head down, like, Minato. He shows him a note, like, Minato reads it, it's like, everyone's spread out, we need to find him. It's like, is there any reason why we leave? Like, really, Minato, you're willing to ask that question? I don't know, maybe because you neglected him his entire life, never showed a care about him? God, you don't even care about him. Why are you trying to care about him now? Like, I realize what I did wrong, alright? I've been trying to fix it, but he doesn't want to. He's literally keeping himself at a distance. He's like, he even said, I don't know what 6th game you're playing, but I'm not falling for it. You haven't cared about me before, you shouldn't care about me now. What do you expect? You neglected him his entire life. You expect he's gonna be nice to you? Like, I suppose not. And I'm gonna just say this: he's way past Konoha. And don't worry, Minato and them are gonna find out about the other area, but that's for another part. And due to this, Naruto lands. The ship does its usual departmentship. Just dips. The ship dips. He dips out of the ship. The ship dips. And yeah, he goes to the Western Cosmodrome. Cause he's looking for evidence. I'm gonna explain this now. He has the armor that I explained before. That's the same thing. Cause he's basically all classes combined. But instead he has a cloak. And the cloak is going to be of... I gotta find that. I need to find Hunter cloaks and put one on him. Let's just say for now, it's a black one with an orange symbol on it. I'm gonna say it's an orange fox on it to resemble Kirby. And Kirby and his relationship have grown quite a lot. Kirby knows she has feelings toward him, and Naruto is like, this is wrong, but why do I have feelings towards her? Like, this isn't right. I don't know why, but I feel he is weird. He's trying to ignore this feeling for quite a while, but it always comes up. He's like, he just tries to hold it back quite a lot, which is hurting him. Kirby's feelings too. Then they tell each other because they couldn't keep it off. They explain at the same time, and yeah, that's what happens. So they do. They don't. Most of the time, he just goes to the mindscape because imagination. He can break the seal through imagination. That's what I can think of. He makes a key through his imagination. Bam. And yeah, because technically they're in the mindscape. Anything's possible. So he makes a house, etc. Lets everything happen there. And he does that. Lets them do their own thing. Yeah, they do their own thing. Because Naruto got a bunch of shows from this. Because there's shows, of course. But he got a bunch of more shows like anime, etc. And it's like, oh, this is sweet. I can't wait to watch this type of stuff. Like, only if you knew until you get addicted. But yeah. Ugh, God, that felt horrible. But yeah, that's what happens. And due to the end of that, it ends up like that. He's there, he's doing stuff. This goes on for the next 3 weeks. Minato has not found a trace. He's even risked sending ninjas into other nations, not found a single thing with Naruto. But one of them pointed out that they went on the sea and they landed somewhere completely different, not any of the islands. And it was different. It was like a completely different area from anything on the maps. Like, what do you mean completely different? Like, here, this is the easiest way because they have like those really old pictures. There's like instant shoot pictures, that type of stuff. They have that type of technology. Might you say that? They got that type, but nowhere near close to what Naruto has. But yeah, you show him a picture like maybe Naruto's out here. Like Naruto personally goes with Kushina Naruto because the whole thing has happened. Let's just say a few months have happened, and they go there. Naruto was there, but he goes to the Vault of Glass. He uses shadow clones, and the shadow clones activate the plates. And if you're asking like, oh, who's with him? Like, no one. No one's with him. No one's here that's a guardian, and he doesn't think it's worth risking other innocent people, so he doesn't do it. He goes there by himself. So he's on Venus right now. I'm gonna add. He's on Venus by himself. He's going to one man Vault of Glass, or at least die trying, because he knows the threat of Vault of Glass. And due to this, he goes in. He goes in, he sees the Templar. He sees the Aegis. He grabs the Aegis. And the Aegis talks to him. He pulls him into his subconscious. Like, I never expected that a human would be teamed up with something like this. But I just have to know, is she helping you? Like, yes, she is my partner. She's the only one that's ever really cared for me. Like, I see. Well then, make sure you do it right. Because a partner like her, I can tell she's loyal to the very end. Like, thank you. But you use my light. I made something able to penetrate that shield of his. Though you need to charge it up by destroying oracles that are around here. Like, Naruto puts the Aegis on his back. Because he doesn't have to carry it like the others. So he just has the Aegis on his back and he gets his ace of spades. He uses multiple shadow clones to destroy all the oracles multiple rounds in a row. The Templar shield is finally weakened. He uses the Nine Tails chakra and fuses it in with the Thunder Lord. No, uses the Dark Drinker, and he uses the Dark Drinker in such a way is basically how it used on the ground, but flying up in a instead of a vertical. No, vertical is up and down. Horizontal, he uses it vertically in a line, and he's spinning way faster, 10 times faster than a normal Dark Drinker spins by our Guardian that we play as in Destiny. And yeah, absolutely cuts right through Templar. Then he's got the Gorgons. And the Aegis is still with him. Because the time stream is messed up, but it's not messed up that bad where it faces in and out of time. But it's going to be soon. Very soon. During this. And yeah. This itself is more or less just he slips by the Gorgons because he got information. He got told the information of this by the Aegis, the person who got sealed in the Aegis, because he's seen them and what happens to things that are caught in their gaze. He tells them not to fight him, just sneak past. So he uses an invisibility jutsu as well as kind of like a kamui, I guess you can say, to walk through these people. To walk through the Gorgons and find Atheon's throne. Or a vault, I guess you could say. The vault is exactly the same. Naruto, he goes in for the fight. He goes in through time streams. He's struggling, destroying all the oracles and making it back while activating the shield just to protect himself through time. So he doesn't get lost in it. And he finally ends the constant teleportation through time. Atheon gets tired of this too, and he decides to fight. Naruto puts the Aegis in his left hand and gets the Dark Drinker on his right, and he charges towards him. Kurama wants to lend him his chakra, but like, no. If I'm defeating this beast, this machine, I'm doing it with my own power, regardless of what happens, Kurami. I want to do this with my own power. I don't, because they said if you kill a god, or technically a machine god of time, you become the god of time itself. So he thought of this like, how would this benefit us? This would benefit us by a lot. So in turns, if I were to do that, I would become the god of time, and I could help a lot more people by doing that. So that's the reason he took this raid, and he's fighting profusely with Atheon. Atheon has the same gun, but instead he also has a sword of time. It's basically condensed time. It's like it's in a solid condensed form. That's what his sword is. It's time condensed into a sword, but it's solid. So they're clashing. Naruto is using everything he has. He goes in for the ankles or sever its whatever it has in its ankles. He cuts it, but Atheon does not do anything. He doesn't react. He goes straight in for a hit, heavy hit. Naruto uses the Aegis' shield to sway this or revert the slash to his left side, to to his right side, and he hits Atheon straight in under its, I guess you could say, eye, knocking him up. And Naruto uses the Dark Drinker and stabs it straight into Atheon's eye. He twists the handle because it's the the sharp end is toward the how you normally hold a sword upright, like towards the enemy. He has it like that, so he twists the sword towards him and uses the Dark Drinker's move and spins. And he spins far faster than anything he used in the Templar, almost towards 30 times the normal Dark Drinker spin. And Atheon is destroyed. Atheon is dead. Atheon had no chance against him. And he won. And the person who had the Aegis said, "Thank you. Thank you for beating this. Me and my squad couldn't, but thank you." Because the timeline is still messed up, but it's not as messed up as when the Guardian got there. So, yeah. That that is what's happening. And he's completely destroyed Atheon. He goes back. He goes back to Earth. Don't get me wrong. Actually, no. What I say about Minato finding the Cosmodrome, he doesn't find anything of that yet. No, he doesn't find anything. No Ombus go out there. He goes there. He has the vaults with him. He appears close towards them. Which village do I want him to go to? Huh. What village? What village do I want to go to? I'm gonna go with the Cloud Village again. I like the Cloud and Mist. Don't get me wrong. I like the Cloud and Mist. Alright? Alright. The Cloud and Mist are villages I like. So he goes to the Cloud. He's some of the Rakage's Abu spotted something coming towards from the sky, and Rakage with Yugito and B appear. They see the landing site. They see a hooded figure come out of it, and he's there. Takes off the hood. There appears to be a helmet under it. He takes off the helmet, and he just cracks his head like, it feels good to be back. Ugh. Isagiri, can you put the ship outside of orbit? In orbit, so we can get back to what we were doing later. Eventually. Like, sure. It's worth a shot. Because Naruto did pass the exam, and that did take him a month. Because time in the vault passes differently. Some people were stood there for only a few days and come out multiple years later. And some people have gone there and appeared only a second after they went in, deep enough to where nobody can see them. The fire team, at least. So, yeah. And turns he he came back. I'm gonna say 2 weeks. Minato's been looking for him, still, and he's just there. The Kage sees him. And he's like, "Wait, that hair color, isn't that Minato?" Like, no, Minato's way older. He does not look like that. Like, could that possibly be his son? And Naruto just noticed them. Like, you realize I can sense you, right? Like, I'm not here to fight, but just come out. They come out because they believe he can't even take them on because he has Darui, him, Yugito, and Killer B there. In fact, they're both Jinchurikis too, so no one, not a normal person, can even stand up to them. That's what they think. Mm, yeah, because Naruto's still overpowered in this AU, but whatsoever. Let's continue on. Uh, due to this, more or less, the Raikage is like, ask who are you? Like, I guess you can say my name is Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki, but I hate that last name. Actually, no. He just doesn't say that he hates the last name. He just says he's Naruto Uzumaki. Like, that's the name of his wife. Like, who? Your Minato's son, like, maybe is the only thing I see him as someone who he made me come into this world. Nothing else, nothing more. Like, Raikage is confused because he he would think Minato's son would hold him highly, but apparently he doesn't. Like, if you're Minato's son, why don't you hold him highly? Like, would I hold highly to a father who's neglected me my entire life and doesn't really care about my well-being whatsoever? No, I don't think you would either. And I kind of just shocked because he thought Minato was a good person. Other than the war, he just holds a grudge against him during the war. But this is just completely different. He's not Minato in a new light, and there's like, okay, we want to know what this is and what you're wearing. Like, I'm sorry, but that is classified. I don't need to tell you anything, and don't even try taking me for interrogation. I can kill myself right here at any moment's notice. And like he pulls out one of the ace of spades and like, what is that gonna do? Just watch. He points it to a tree and he shoots it, destroys the entire tree, goes through multiple trees, and he points it towards his head like, you wanna know what that does? There. I suggest you don't even try taking me captive. And by the way, your men who's behind me, you might want to tell them to get out. And Darui gets out because Darui has a clone there, a lightning clone, dispels it, and like, good. Now, if you don't mind me, I should get going. I have somewhere to be. And yeah, he's about to leave. And like, why don't you want to join our village? Why don't you join our village? Like, that is a good thing. I accept. It's been 2 weeks after he's left. Um, Actually, no. That interaction doesn't happen yet. I don't think I want to make that happen there. No, it's been like a couple years. Oh no, it's been like a year, and he's been given the nickname Dark Fox because he helps people. He kills thieves, rapists, and was like uh, drug dealers, etc., slave traders. He kills all those type of people, and he helps the people out. And he's been helping. I don't want to make him go to the Raikage because Raikage is power hungry. And this one, somewhat power hungry, but yeah, due to this, he does help the people, and he travels across a person who's getting chased by two mist hunter men, and the mist hunter like you should. Ah, we got you right where we want you. Now die. Naruto appears, cuts one of their heads off clean, cause with a dark drinker. Like you should get out of here too. And like, yo, yeah, Naruto cuts his head off too. Like, are you okay? She's scared by the initial thought. I was like, yeah, like why were they chasing after? Because I have a bloodline. She just says that in this very scared tone. Like, why would they chase after you? Because you have a bloodline. That's the most stupid reason I've ever heard. Like, you haven't heard the bloodline or the rebellion? Like, what rebellion? She explains everything during the Mist War. It's like, you know what? I'm in. I don't stand for this. So that's where we leave it off to where Naruto is leaving with, because technically he's the god of time, but a lesser god of time. He's not as good as Star, nowhere near it. But he is somewhere of that level, and yeah, he goes in. He's there. He's there. Yeah, he's there. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna just end it here because he's. We're gonna continue on the next part, a few more, because I'm gonna put more of a story to this one because I've always wanted to make this one. But this has been Gamer What If signing off.